Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be going over the changes for Black Mage coming in Final Fantasy XIV's next expansion, Stormblood. Now keep in mind that anything you hear or see here is still subject to change right up until June 16th. This is especially true of a lot of the numbers that we're going to be going over because Yoshida's main is a Black Mage, so he went into pretty big detail about what the changes are going to be for Black Mage, even though we still don't know absolutely everything. So for me, the most confusing part about Black Mage is their new UI gauge because it tracks three different things all at once. First, in the top left corner of it, it tracks whether you're in Astral Fire or Umbral Ice and how many stacks you have, as well as how much time you have left on those two buffs. The second thing that it tracks in the bottom right corner is your Enochian. Now, Enochian is permanent so long as you don't lose Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. Every 30 seconds, it generates a stack of something called Pegblot or Pogblot or something like that allows you to cast a new skill called Foul one time at the cost of that stack of Pogblot. It does a huge amount of AoE damage, so you'll be casting these once every 30 seconds or so. The third thing that it tracks in the bottom left corner of the new UI is a new resource called Umbral Hearts. While the effect is never explicitly stated on what it does, Yoshida did spend some time playing Black Mage during the live letter number 36. Most notably, when he had Umbral Hearts available, the MP cost of some of the abilities on his hotbar were lowered. Now, Umbral Hearts are gained whenever you cast Blizzard 4, since it no longer refreshes Enochian, which is permanent. Like I said, all that stuff is subject to change, but those are very clearly the way that they work based on what we heard and saw in live letter number 36. Another change that they talked about on the live letter was Thunder 2 is now AoE. This has been something that has been longly requested by Black Mages, is the ability to have an AoE Thunder. Now on top of that, Thunder 1 and 3 have been consolidated into a single button in the same way a lot of other skills like Stone on White Mage have been. And it scales with level, so if you go into lower level content, it will automatically go back to being Thunder 1, and when you're in normal level content, you'll have Thunder 3. Thunder 2 eventually becomes Thunder 4 as well, and both of these Thunder buffs, of course, benefit from Thundercloud. The next one we've seen a couple of times, the new ability to teleport to your ley lines. This was shown in a test stream and we did a separate video for it altogether, as well as in the White Mage portion of the job action trailer. The next ability is called Triple Cast. Now this one was translated from a tooltip that came out of that test stream, and we actually got to see it both in this job action trailer and in the live letter number 36. And it basically makes your next 3 spells have no cast time. You still have to wait out the global cooldown between the casts, but it's a huge mobility buff for the job. It's nice to see how much quicker these videos go when I don't have to speculate the entire time, isn't it? Well, while that's pretty much all I can say definitively about the Black Mage skills, I don't really know which skills were absent or taken away. I remember seeing Freeze and Blizzard 2 and Fire 2 and Flare all still on his bar, so a lot of skills got to stay, at least from what I could see. However, the other thing to talk about with Black Mages is the crossroll skills. Black Mage had some of their skills taken and put into crossroll skills, and Black Mage got access to a few new things from the crossroll. The Caster crossroll is the one we probably have the most information about because we got to see most of the tooltips or we recognize some of those skills. But I'll be doing a separate video on the Caster crossroll stuff in addition to this mention. So APOC, Swiftcast, and Surecast are all cross-roll between the caster DPS, while Swiftcast and Surecast are also given to the healers. They pretty much function all the same except for Surecast, which was also buffed to prevent several forms of CC for its duration, so it has some additional effects. In terms of things that Black Mages lost, Raging Strikes and Quelling Strikes. And I know a lot of Black Mages are panicking when you hear that you lost Quelling Strikes. I know Raging Strike's really the only one you cared about, but there was a new Quelling equivalent in the crossroll, so you don't need to worry about that. Some other new crossroll stuff includes the ability to gift 20% MP to an ally, though on a pretty long cooldown. There's also a Shroud of Saints equivalent in the crossroll for Black Mage. I'm interested to see if the MP refresh is going to be used in new Black Mage rotations. They also got Addle, which is just the int and mind portion of Virus, Break, which deals some damage and heavies the target, Drain, which damages enemies and heals the Black Mage based on the damage dealt, and Erase, which allows you to remove dots from fellow target party members other than yourself. And that's it. Those are all the things we know, and I don't know the things that we don't know. So it's so nice to have a video where we actually know almost everything. I guess that's the result of Yoshi P being a main Black Mage and him getting to play it during the live letter. But anyway, that's a wrap for the video. So be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And if anything new changes or we get some sort of clarity on the Umbral Hearts, I'll be sure to make an update video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for all the latest information, news, guides, everything you need for Stormblood. I'll see you all in the next one. And until then, take care.